again, it is Miner Oliver with another Minecraft video. So, this video we are going to be like showing off the basics of some basic commands and command blocks that you can do with command block clocks, and how you can connect them up to other things, etc., etc. So, what you're first going to need to do is, if you don't know what a command block is what you need to do is to give yourself a command block. You're going to have to open chat, whatever your open chat thing is, or whatever your chat key is. So you just open it. Normally it's T, and then you're going to type in slash and then give, which is the give command. So that's going to give the player. At P will give the closest player. At A will give every player. At R will give a random player if, let's say, you're on a server. At E will give every entity, which would be like a zombie, myself, an item. Well, an item can't grab something, so it won't do items and stuff. So you're going to give, and then either press tab, or if you're on a server, there might be lots of people, so you can just type in your name. And you can do COMM press tab, or let's say you want to give yourself a piece of stone, you'll go stone, or you'll be like redstone underscore block. So all spaces will be replaced with underscores. And so you're gonna give the closest player to you, or just your name, COMM press tab. That'll give you a command block. So first you're going to need to place your command block, and you need to be either an admin, you need to be an op on a server, which means you have like all the commands on it and stuff. You can change your game mode. You have to be in game mode 1 at least. So you're like, if I go to game mode 0 right now, I can't open the command block. If I'm in game mode 1, I can open it. So this will basically tell like a console command. So dash, like if I give myself, like we did earlier, a piece of just cake. So if we do that command, it will be Control A if you're on Windows. If you're on I think Mac, I believe, then it will be like this swirly thingy majig. I don't know how to explain it, but it's near your space bar. If it's, yeah, Command A. And then, so if you copy that command, you're going to do the same thing, except instead of A, do V. That will paste it. Oh yeah, and to copy it, you use the C. So you're going to paste that in there. You don't need the slash because it's a console command, and there's nearest player, random player, all players, and all entities. So you can power it with a source. Let's say redstone block, redstone torch. So if I power this, it will give me cake. If I use a block of redstone, that'll give me cake. Anything that will power it. And one of the most useful commands is set block. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to press F3. We'll just build out over here. So let's say we have a gold block, and we want this on top of this gold block. We want cake. So we are going to put a block there. So around up here, there will be your coordinates, which is exact where you're standing, and then there will be a looking at. So wherever you're looking at, like the block that you want to be something, you look at it, And so it says -8, 101, 0. So either you can just remember it or you can just copy it. So you're going to have that there, and then you're going to have to delete the block. So we want cake on that block. Ooh, oopsie daisy. So you're going to set block and then the coordinates, which those were our coordinates right here. And then let's say we want it to be cake. So we're going to type in cake. And then if we power this, there will be cake right there. So I did turn it off. You can do game rule, command block output, and then I turned mine to false but true. If we power this, it will say block placed, and that's the console. And so I keep it on false because I don't really usually want to see what the command blocks are doing. Like if I keep powering this, it won't say block placed a million times. And that's useful once you get into command block clocks. So one clock that quite a lots of people know is just a simple repeater clock. You place one repeater that way, one that way. You use redstone dust, and then you power it really quickly. I accidentally set that block of cake. And then you go like that. And so that's one that most people use. The one that I like to use is a lot faster. So the one thing is with this clock is if you so you're going to place the comparator, you need to put it on subtract mode, which means that this little torch in the front will turn on. You're going to have to place some around. So basically what this is doing is it's powering that, which will go around, come back, and power this again, which will keep an constant clock. So either you can power it with a lever, sometimes like a block of redstone, but usually I just use the lever because you don't really, you can turn it on and off, or if you go like that, it'll turn on and off. So we can just use this for now, or I think you can do that, yeah, like that. So if we want it to constantly place cake right here, it'll keep placing cake if we mine it. Just the problem is, if we mine it, we'll go through. So we need it to be faster. So if we stop the clock, for example, if you want, let's say, and then you can put a message, so hello, YouTube. So if I power this, it will say hello YouTube. And so if I go like that, it'll keep constantly saying that. But this I think is fast enough. There's like my chat. But if you want an extremely fast one, then what you're going to need to do, you need first your command block. You're going to put nothing in your command block for now. You place a command block and you're going to do set block again. So if you do a swirly bracket, that will just be like right where it is, or 3 swirly brackets. That means the X is right where it is, the Z is right where it is, or X, Y, and Z. So the X, Y, and Z coordinates, the Y is how high you are, Z or X will be east and west, and then the Z will be south and north. And so if you want it to be like exact coordinates, if you set the block of those exact coordinates of cake, then the command block will turn to cake. So if we have it set Y -1, it will set it below the command block. Well, oh wait, I never put a block there. So that means cake will be here. So we want something above the command block. This is when we get into clocks. So I'm actually not sure why this happens, but you're going to have to set it as like either air. Well, I wouldn't do air because then you can't stop your clock. I'll do wool 14. That's what kind of wool it is. So wool, and then that doesn't count because that's normal wool. 1, 2, 3, and then 14 is redstone, or not redstone wool, red wool. And so you're going to have to do the same thing below that. So just instead, we're going to need a redstone block. So what it's doing is this block is going to put a redstone block right where this block of gold is. And then it will power this, which will set it as wool. But it's because it powers the bottom one first. But then it's powering this one, which sets it again, which makes a constant clock. So if I put on this clock, say hello, it will constantly say it. So S just tests, like hello everyone. That will go extremely fast. So let's say we want to teleport someone to negative, oopsie daisy. Want to teleport someone to -1, 100, 0, then you'll TP, and then like the closest player or your name or whoever, -1, 100, 0. So that will make us stuck and we can't get out of this block because we're constantly being teleported. So if we stop the clock, which we can just wait, kind of stuck, just break that. Okay, so if we spawn in a zombie or something, if we spawn in like a zombie, or we put some blocks over that, and we put that command back in there, and we go to game mode 0, we can't run from the zombie. So we can't run anymore. And so I think we're done with this episode of simple basic command block commands, and I'll be back in the next episode. Goodbye.
Hey Oliver, how do I get out of this place? Hey, I can't move.
You can't.
I can't move. Gosh dang it.